reason I
All right. All
ah
right.
there
You hear me now?
here.
Check that everything is working. Looks all right. Already many people here. How you doing, everybody? Welcome
Hey,
to welcome to this Halal A&R sessions. My name is Moscow Man. If you don't know already, it's okay if you don't. This is Rebo, Mauricio, all the way straight from. Where do you live in Jalapa? Where do you live in Mexico?
yeah, the nearest town is Jalapa. I
Yeah.
live in the countryside out of this town, back to the woods. The
State or what is it?
the state is called Veracruz, and it's by the Gulf of Mexico. It's at the same latitude that Mexico City, but east. And so yeah, I'm there. And the area here is called Pitaya, and yeah, it's a beautiful place. Actually, where I grew up, and then after being more than 20 years out of here, I just came back 2 years ago when I finished building the house, and
Your dream home.
yeah, exactly. And so yeah, I decided to come back here.
Sorry, 1 second.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. 20 years is a long time. When did you leave Mexico first?
First I left to Monterrey here in Mexico, but in the
Okay, yeah.
north. I went for the university, and after that I was in Playa del Carmen, where I was a resident at Santanera, and I started like being full time in this music thing. And afterwards, in 2008, I started to going to Europe more often, and then at some point that was already, I basically moved to Cologne around 2009. I was kind of blurry those years because I was just going like 3 times a year, but for long periods. So at some point I was doing half and half, then full-time Cologne, then Paris, then Amsterdam, then back here. But yeah, so in Europe I was living basically around 10 years, kind of. And and yeah, at some point I was a little bit done with small apartments and
European hospitality.
yeah, a little bit. And anyway, because of our job, I still have to go there. I mean,
Yeah.
in normal conditions, not talking about 2020, of course, but I still have to go there every summer for long periods and stuff. So, and I just didn't need to be over there as a base. I didn't need to live in a big city anymore, or to be in a music capital all the time to do my job. So I decided to move back here to have a more relaxed lifestyle during the weeks, and then be cosmopolitan on the weekends again.
Yeah, go crazy on the weekend.
Exactly.
But do you feel like first of all, thank you everybody for sending all the stuff. We'll get to your music in a bit, and keep sending stuff, and we're here for, I don't know, as much as Rebo feels like it. I'm always, they know that I have the energy to listen to a lot of shit. What's up, White Square? What's up, everybody? Sorry, there's a chat. I keep talking to the chat. That's the part of the things, but I want to talk to you now a little bit more. You feel like it's over, this kind of need to be in a certain place? Because I remember when I was moving to Berlin, because I was like, I need to be closer to the tap. I need to drink the freshest water, like being when
Yeah.
I was at an old age, being closer to the river, to get the water, the cleanest water,
Of course, yeah. This I totally understand. I think I mean, it's always useful to be close to the scene for sure. But at some point, I think you can just do whatever you want. For example, me, in my personal case, when I felt that I had the need to move, a little bit closer to the scene, I chose Cologne because my first releases were on Comeme, and my closest circle of friends were the people of, I mean, there still are the people from Compact.
Yeah.
So I started just visiting them, and I was always happy to visit their record shop and to go to the offices and all these things. And
Yeah.
at some
To take
point,
that picture, that famous picture outside
exact,
the outside the sign.
exactly,
That
yeah,
was the dream to get to Cologne to take that picture. I remember I
exactly,
still have this picture somewhere. I was like, "Ah,
yes, of
I was
course.
here," and they're so nice. I'll give that to them. They're
Eh,
super open,
It's
and it's the
it's a
opposite of Berlin in the
exactly
kind of vibe. This kind of German vibe. It's the opposite of Berlin. This kind of welcoming. Come in. They showed me the offices.
yeah,
I met Michael for the first time. Coming to the show also next year, and
yeah,
super,
yeah.
super, super, and you don't expect it. So I can understand. I wish
They're the
if I had
sweetest.
something, yeah, I wish if something I asked that, myself, I wish I'd moved to Cologne. I don't know how my life would have been, but I would imagine if I was living in Cologne, I must have had a nicer. I would be less angry as I am here because it's a very kind of greedy. Berlin is a very kind of greedy.
Probably. Yeah, I can
It's
imagine.
hard
I
to
never lived
please.
in Berlin, so I couldn't say. But yeah,
Never heard
Cologne was
one
always
person
super
that said
warm.
something good about Berlin.
I'm sorry.
Maybe I'm saying I never heard one person that said there's a lot of good things, but never anybody be like, "Oh, I miss living in Berlin." I never heard it. And a lot of people that I know left.
Yeah, I mean, but for many people, I mean, it's a dream to go there. Like so many people idealize Berlin in such a way. I never really got it. I mean, I
Yeah.
understand when you want to do it in the music thing or whatever,
It's
but
like high school, a little bit. It's like high
yeah,
school,
kind of.
everybody, and you want to be the cool kid, and then after a while you get over high school, and it's like, I was such an idiot in high school. Why did I waste my time trying to make people like me and whatever? And
Exactly.
you can live in Cologne and do like you guys did, and live the coolest, kind of doing whatever you want and not trying to keep up with all the bullshit that comes here.
Yeah, could be. I mean, I think it was also part of the influence of the people I was hanging around. I mean, I felt so comfortable with the compact guys, which are so laid back and so into their own thing, and never really interested in following trends. More talking about the music, but at the personal side, they are also kind of beautiful people. So I felt welcome right away, and in this process of going to visit them and stuff, Axel, super pitcher, my partner at Pachanga,
Yeah,
he offered me to stay at his place. At this point, we were already friends for like 4 years, like good friends, but Pachanga was not in the map, was nowhere. Like, I mean, it was never an idea, it just happened. So in this
yeah,
process, when I was staying with him, and I was very fresh in the production thing, because as you might know, I started as a DJ, and I was a very, very, very happy DJ without producing, until I
yeah.
ran out of music to play and to express what I wanted to
In your
express.
style, yeah,
Exactly. So that's when I started to try, in a very primitive way, to to produce. But yeah. So at that point, I was staying with Axel, and he was finishing his second album, Kilimanjaro, at that point, and he was like, "Hey, would you mind coming to the studio with me, so you can give me your opinion, and you can and then we can record some vocals, and you can help me with the final decisions." So for me, that was like it was so early in my producing days that for me was a major thing to suddenly be going to the compact studios every day for so many hours, working on an album of one of my influences, one of my kind of heroes in a way. So for me, it
yeah,
was like super great moment. So for me, at that point, Cologne was the place to be, and I was enjoying so much, and I felt like really part of the family, which I still feel like. And so yeah, for me, at that point, it was Berlin. No, I'm sorry, it was
yeah.
Cologne.
Cologne.
And then, and yeah, those years, it was important for me to be around
Yeah,
that that group and that that scene and stuff. And it was for me also, also for my DJ career, it was important to be close by the places where my music was being listened to in order to be invited to play. So because
Yeah.
at the moment the Mexico scene was not developed enough, and it was just in a couple of cities, so it didn't really make sense for me to be here. But then when you reach a certain level, you know, you don't really, yeah, you don't really need
You
to
don't have
be
time.
on a on
Let's
a
say it like that. Like
on
you
a
don't
techno
have time.
capital, as they call them.
Yeah. Yeah, and also I feel like you don't have the time to spend with people anyway during the week, or
Exactly.
I mean, you're
Yeah.
everywhere all the time, so it's like it doesn't. You tell yourself it doesn't matter. In this
Exactly.
point, if something showed in this COVID time, that's like, wow, it matters so much where you live. This kind of vibe.
Totally. I was so thankful to be here. To be honest, I was like, okay, this was definitely the right move. If I would have yeah,
Yeah, I can.
for me, it made things way easier. Thank God.
And we did like a trip. We went to Miami when it
Mm.
started. We were in Japan. We came here, and then we went to Miami. We said, okay, whatever. At least it's gonna take a while till it gets there. This
Yeah,
kind of
yeah, yeah.
when
But
Europe
it's
was big. And so it's gonna take
it's
a while. There's gonna be some music conference, whatever. Let's get some money because I was like, let's get
yeah.
some money before shit is closing. And then yeah, it didn't happen. We didn't get money. But I have to say that now we're going into lockdown here in Berlin, and I'm mega upset about it, as opposed to how I felt like when I was in the US. It's like
Yeah,
it's so difficult to be
yeah,
in this kind
totally.
of dark kind of when there's okay, I don't mind to be isolated. I feel like I'm isolated most of this life, anyway,
Mhm.
between trips and this kind of things. But I don't know. I feel like maybe it will maybe it will need to be important again after the corona to go and build again these relationships with people, and and start all over again, with the
Yeah.
with the career. Want to hear the first track?
Yes, for sure.
What do we have here? Pentland Park just released the first track on brand new records that we had A&R on Friday. Let's see what we got. I'm gonna put you on mute so when we
Hmm.
listen, so there won't be any noise.
Perfect. Thank you.
What do you say? You got something to say? I can see it. I can see you
Me?
have something to say. Yeah, no, not you. Wasn't
I
you?
like it.
It wasn't
I
you. It's on the dancing. Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Good, good melody. I love the melody.
Yeah, yeah, I enjoy it.
I would say this would work amazingly with a vocal as a pop song.
Could be, yes.
Okay, as somebody said, the noise said on the chat, good. It is good. It's very good. Even it's very, very, very good. It's like
Yeah, definitely. It was
it's like
very
a good
nice.
Miami. Like he said, he wrote Miami music. I wonder what in the playlist Miami music. What's the other one? Wait, he sent the right one. All this DX7 bass line. I don't like it too much. But the first, the real one that he sent was really, really nice. It could
Yeah,
be a very cool Miami Vice 2021 soundtrack.
exactly. Yeah,
I can see.
uh, yeah, quite good. I, I enjoyed it. Of course, I have my personal taste, little things that
Say it
which
like
are.
what? Whatever you want, say it.
I
It's your
mean,
opinion. By the way, disclaimer for everybody: it's our opinion. Like I say every show, it's coming from my
I,
mouth.
I'm saying it's first of all, I really did enjoy it. Especially, I mean, I like all the first part and how it develops.
Mhm.
But in general, I'm not the biggest fan of long breaks.
Yeah,
So this same track without this break, if it would have continued the flow, would be more for my taste.
yeah,
Anyway, it's perfect as it is. And in general, I'm done with this. The rim shot from the 808, the beep 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 beep.
yeah.
But it's also a very very personal thing. I I am not a fan of this particular sound in any track, no matter who made it.
Wait, where
I
where does it start? Let me hear it again. I missed it.
the tin, 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 tin. There,
Ah, okay.
this beep, beep, beep.
I want to dance
Uh,
with somebody. Yeah,
yeah,
The Whitney Houston sound.
yeah, a
Yeah,
little bit.
I don't like it
I
either.
mean, but it's a super popular sound, and I'm not saying it's wrong. Exactly, 808 rim.
Yeah,
Um, and but me, like, since ever, I was never a fan of this thing. It pops too much
yeah,
in my face in no matter which track. It was never a sound of my taste, but the track itself is really
yeah.
really good
But
and very.
if something for him to take from it, that if you change this sound, maybe it will be even better. You can do the same part, but just in a different sound.
Yeah,
Just
in my
less
personal taste, I
cheesy
would
sound.
do something more low, instead of beep beep beep.
Yeah, more
But
tones.
I could totally imagine
Yeah,
myself
you are.
playing
Now
it.
that I think about it, you are more a tom than a cowbell person.
Definitely,
Yeah,
I like the classic cowbell. Like
yeah,
grab a metal cowbell and toot toot.
yeah.
but this specific electronic 808 one, I was
Yeah.
never a fan. But
Oh, all I hear is with
but true.
it's crazy. Let's go for the. It's freezing. It's cold.
Yeah, it's not really freezing, but it's a bit chilly, and I'm drinking some cold brew, so I'm not
Ooh.
helping myself a lot.
What can I say here, man? When it's minus.
Yeah, I don't even want to think about
I
that.
don't know what. You will go out of the house for 10 minutes. You hate yourself. For even to for even you know how it is. You know the vibe.
Yeah,
What's
yeah.
up, Attila Dennis Wilderness? I feel like this is gonna be a banger.
Ooh.
So okay, brace yourself. I'll start it with low volume. Okay. I lost you. We're back.
Yes.
How cool would it be if this part was really guitar and not this kind of fake
So
sound?
synthetic.
Yeah, it was a really very simple kind of rock guitar. It's like
Could
distorted.
be, huh?
Yeah, let's.
Yeah, yeah. I also like it. It's like proper banger. I
Let's
I
hear it.
do enjoy it. What about yourself? What do you say?
Yeah, let's hear the break. I want to hear the break. It's short. So far, it's short. The point, and I wasn't bored. I want to hear it. Get us. Let me get us off the mute.
Yeah, this
I
little break I
between like
really enjoyed actually because
between like it and hate it at the same time. I feel, but the
yeah,
groove is really good.
yeah, I like that the bass was still there and there was a little bit of
Yeah,
suspense with the
yeah.
so cool.
It's all there. It's all there. But just I would make it like we said, less synthetic, and
Yeah, could be
it's
actually.
hard. I don't know because people do music, they hear music, and then they try to recreate the music. At the beginning, especially, it's not like you can make your own sound very fast.
Yeah,
But
not everybody can go straight to have a
y-
personal
yeah, like oh,
signature
I
thing.
made something new. But if I would, that's why I like this show. It's like if you see this person, he sent you something like this, and you're like, forget, put aside the fact that we own labels. Like we spoke, you have a label. We'll talk about it in a second. But
Yeah,
you think about the kind of what would you do. So if somebody listens to it, is like, bam, I'm taking it.
yeah,
It's like, so
definitely.
this synthetic sound, I would remove it for me. It's too much. This kind of,
Wee, wee.
yeah, this kind of fake guitar, because the dum 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 dum. It's groovy. It's taking you forward. It's exactly what you want to hear. But
Yeah, maybe it doesn't need the extra,
yeah,
madness. It could be replaced with something with the same intention, but a little bit more, I don't know, fat or more groovy, as you said, with a guitar or
yeah,
something like
some
this.
kind of instrument. I mean, guitar is something in your sound, like
Yeah, that's really my
yeah,
thing.
but I like to do. I used to do music with guitars also. You. There's always
Mhm.
stuff that you like and you don't like.
Of course.
It could be a shitty track with a guitar. It could be a great track with a guitar. You never know.
Or
You know.
it could be, if he really likes this wee thing, it can go maybe layer it up with some, the same thing but lower, and
Yeah.
then push it back so it's not so in your face.
Yeah.
And instead of only being wee
Yeah.
poking your eyes, it could be more like wow, wow,
Yeah.
with, if it's multi-layered, something like this.
Yeah. Totally. I like when it's dynamic. It always keeps things interesting. It's as
Yeah.
opposed to just in your face, in your face, in your face. Did you like this explosion that happened after the break? I don't know if I liked it.
In
It became
general,
a
I'm
little
into
cheesy,
explosions, but yeah,
cheesy,
it was a little
transy.
bit,
Yeah,
a lot of things going on, but the general feeling of the thing, it was cool.
yeah. Good job, Attila. Good job. Thanks
Yeah.
for sending. Thanks for coming. Good job. Very good job. You're getting into it. I like it. It's fun
Yeah.
to be like this kind of, just change this, just because most of the tracks are, it's just a little thing that you're like, even when you listen to it, forget about the signing stuff. Let's talk about playing the music. There's
Yeah.
always this and that that will, I don't want to play it. As opposed
Mm,
to, oh, I'm going to play it for the next year, because you, I know, as a person that I heard a lot of times play, and I'm myself also, we're not the people that change tracks all the time. We like certain
definitely.
kind of music, we like to play it, we use it as tools, we know exactly the moment. We I feel like for myself and for you also, we use it as kind of like our paint, like our colors for the painting that we're drawing in the night. It's more than just this track, this big moment, this big moment, this big moment.
Yeah,
So these little things are what makes the difference between a track that's going to stay there and a track that's not going to come.
exactly. Yeah, that's true.
Let's hear what Noi did. A remix. You're doing a remix. It's official. Whatever. I'll give you that.
You
Loud dive. Wasn't there a Moscow
messing
remix?
up your brain.
It's not this one.
Skip the first
Watching
minute, he
you
says.
It's the other one. This is the guy who does only cool instrumental. He's from Glasgow. He used to work at Top Gun. He's
messing
doing
up your brain.
cool instrumental, but not this track. This will not be skipped.
Watching you messing up your brains. Watching you messing up your brains. messing up your brains. Watching you, messing up your brains.
I remember the original was very loud. If I remember the original of this track. No, is this new kind of what they're re-releasing it, or you just did this for fun? Because I remember the original was very kind of like acidy.
In the chat, it's that the stems were out there, something like this. I, to be honest, I don't recall the original.
This sound. That's the original.
Ah, okay.
It was very like this. But this is good. I like this kind of dubby.
Yeah, I
That's
really
the
like it
original.
actually.
That's the original.
Ah.
The remix is better than the original. This one is better. I'm sorry. Usually,
Hello,
Manpower is
Jeff.
here.
Hello,
Usually
Jeff.
he's here, and he knows that I don't give him any credit. You know, if it's good, it's good. But that was one of his first tracks. But the remix is now it's much better.
The remix is really nice actually. And as
But
I
the
was telling
dub
you
part,
in the little, huh?
yeah. But the dub part, I would make it even more dub. It's not dubby enough. You know, it's like listen to King Tubby, listening to this kind of people, you know, that made dub. Take
Yeah.
the fucking space echo and put the space echo all the way.
Wow, 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 wow.
It's coming
Yeah.
back and it's come back. But
Yeah,
good job. No, good job.
totally. Yeah, I really liked it. Yeah, I like that it's super not pretentious, super not trying
Yeah,
too hard. You know, it's super just like a proper cool track.
yeah, 100%.
Mm.
So far, so good. What can I say? This keeps getting better and better.
Yep.
Let's see what's next. Door UK. Doruk? Door UK? Doruk? Doruk? I want to say Door UK, but let's say Doruk. want to start and say I have to press so many buttons here. I want to start and say that this sounds too much in the box for me already. You know
In
what I mean?
in the box,
There's
what you mean?
no, I mean, there's no analog feel to it. It's very digital. The
Uh,
sounds are very clean.
yeah, that could be, but
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
what
I don't
I
know. I
feel.
think there's an idea to it,
Yeah,
and of course, you're right that it needs some work and
yeah.
stuff,
The
but
sound is not there. The sound
the,
is still not there.
yeah, the idea is there, and
Yeah,
I
that's
think it's
true. Let's
important. I
continue.
was just checking
Yeah,
the chat that there was somebody like, okay, li- get ready to listen to my trash. This is gonna get really bad.
yeah.
uh,
Like people already put themselves down before they they even
no,
got there. You know.
but what I wanted to say is that if you would, if you would listen to my first, I don't want to call it demos, but I never really made a demo, but
Mhm.
um, when I was showing to Matias Aguayo my ideas,
Yeah,
before I learned how to produce properly, I was just like playing stuff and recording everything directly into a CD burner, just live,
yeah,
like pop, pop, pop. And what he told me when I showed him the first things, he was like, it, I cannot even, you can barely call this music, but I understand. Yeah, true.
I
uh,
understand where you're going.
yeah. But
Yeah,
I know that you have an idea. I can understand that you have an idea, and I like your idea. So let's polish it. So I really have the full
yeah.
respect to the people that, no matter the stage of where they're going, or in which step they're stepping, as long as
Yeah,
they have their own ideas. For example, uh, the couple of times that they have asked me to do like a master class or something like this in for like DJ schools or
yeah,
production schools or whatever, the first my opening phrase is like, the world doesn't need more DJs, the world
no,
doesn't need more producers, but if you are sure that you want to go for it, you have to make sure that you add something to the table, not not just copy the style of your favorite hero, which is, of course, it's always a reference, and of course you want your heroes to like what you do, but maybe they will like it if you do something original, maybe with a hint of what they do or whatever, or in the same spectrum. But it's important to have your own sound, and not only copy the chart of your favorite 10 DJs, and then you just take ideas from those things. I mean, that can be a good exercise to start, but once you get the technique or whatever, it's really important to have your own signature, I think. So,
yeah. I think the same. I think also. I mean, people send here stuff that they call demos, that which sounds much better than I'm doing today. Also,
for
and
sure,
I'm like, I'm releasing stuff, and don't sound half as good as that. But
I have the same.
yeah, I mean, I wish I had the sound. If I had the sound, maybe a bit bigger, and this kind of with my ideas, how you say, with your face and my mind, we can
Exactly.
go places.
I,
But
that, I was
I think,
always thinking like that. Wow, if I could use my ideas but be as good as playing an instrument as this guy, or
yeah,
making the thing sound as good as this
you can
guy,
have it.
would be the bomb. But yeah, but
Yeah, well,
we each
life
have
can.
different skills.
You don't get everything in life.
Yeah, exactly.
But I have to say that the stuff that they send, and yeah, it's about also the education of today. Which how when we grew up, you think about who are the people that were there. Not a lot.
Hmm.
Not a lot of this kind of success.
Hmm.
It wasn't a cool thing to be a DJ or to be a producer.
Yeah,
Just the
and it
opposite.
was really underground, first of all.
Yeah, you were outsider of this, of this kind of world. The normal world. You will be like you weren't cool. Let's start with
Yeah,
that. No, I'm saying you weren't. As today, it's like, oh, this cool with the
yeah,
Instagram, the slide.
exactly. All the social media thing made it
Yeah,
boom like crazy, and yeah, it became really a mainstream thing. So
And a lot of
Yeah,
people are very technical because they're kids that grew up with computers, so
of
they're
course.
very technical to make music, as I can hear because I get also a lot of demos, and I can hear it. But a few of them really can break through, and a few of the people that come here can really break through. And this is the people that has, like you said, that don't have the sound. I
Hmm.
want to hear where this is going.
Hmm.
Let's hear the breaks. Maybe bring a little fan or something, a little heater. Open.
That's the problem here. We're so not used to the cold that the
Yeah.
houses don't have heating system.
It's nice. It's nice.
Yeah,
It's nice. Nice.
I
Not
tell
too
you,
much
the
of my
ideas are
style
there.
either,
It's
by
just
the way.
like developing a little bit more texture in the sounds. So it
Yeah.
doesn't feel so empty, but
Yeah. It needs a little
the idea is
more,
there.
more heart, more soul.
Yeah,
Less
except more
computer.
warm, like
Less
warm the
computer.
sound, not the
Yeah.
style, of course.
Exactly. And it's like it's funny what you said because I was thinking when I started to make music, I had also zero idea what I was doing. I mean, I knew how to play bass guitar because I had like a band and I like music. It's like what do you? How can you? I like music. I wanna make music also. I like it. This kind of thing. And hey, Moscow, stop writing original. Thank you so much. No more original mix. I keep telling people don't write original mix. It's once a show. Every time there's a track that says original mix, I tell them. Anyway, so it's like, but I wanted to be honest. I just wanted Neve from Red Access to play my music. When he DJs. That's all I wanted. So Dory would have sent me a track that he did, and I'll be like, I can do something like this. And I had no idea what to do because he went to school and he studied production and this kind of thing, and I just like I did Ableton like 17 hours a day,
Yeah.
and then another 5 hours on YouTube watching tutorials how to do something on Ableton and just like sitting. I still didn't get to anywhere. Let's be honest. But then it's like this is how it works. You like, but I'm saying today it's very hard to have good influences. You need to build this kind of musical taste, and this is
Yeah,
definitely
definitely.
when the leading stuff are like Beatport and this kind of stuff. This is where you consume your music,
That's the
and
first thing. I think you have to listen to way more things than just the latest hits,
yeah,
because otherwise your world gets reduced to this.
yeah,
In my particular case, I mean, first of all, when I started like DJing almost 20 years ago, there was no this explosion of data, internet and stuff, so the input was very direct and very specific. So a lot of my influences were not even music directly or dance floors directly. It could be movies, it could be different things, and then you get into certain kind of mindset that you get influences from everything, and not only, which doesn't have to be sound all the time, but it's about the feeling and stuff.
yeah,
And then you start doing, you interpret it into music or into whatever. So
yeah,
so yeah, if your input is only the latest hits of the greatest guys, then you're a little
yeah,
bit limited already when you start.
yeah. Because you always just don't try to imitate. It's very easy, Just,
Mhm.
but I mean, I understand, but not everybody can put in their own kind of filter the outside world, and
Yep.
put the music out through themselves. But that's what
Hmm.
makes you stand out. Let's be honest, you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Polina
Totally.
is asking, where do you find the most music? Promos or you digging?
Oh, it's a mix of everything. Yeah. To be honest, I skip so many promos
Yeah,
because a lot of, I mean, first of all, there's way too much music right now, and then a lot of it is great, of course, but then it doesn't fit my personal way of playing. Even
yeah,
if it's good, it doesn't fit. So, and so I end up checking a lot of older stuff. I still dig records,
yeah,
and I I check, of course, like my trusted people input labels and stuff. So a little bit like this. And to be honest, I'm not addicted to like 100 new tracks every week. I'm totally fine with getting very very used to like
yeah.
a specific selection of music, and I make it live for a long time. I'm not really worried of playing
I don't.
like the latest things. I would rather play something I really know and like, even if it's half a year old, 1 year old, 10 years
100%.
old, 5 years old, 40 years old. I
100%.
don't
I
care.
think it's the generation, you know, we're more into what it does than what the music does than what the music is, you know.
Hmm.
That's kind of,
Totally.
I mean, I don't need to have the coolest stuff.
Hmm.
Makes no sense.
I
And there's
mean,
people that are like that.
coolest.
I like the fact that you DJ and people know what you're playing. I think that's the whole point about being a DJ, you know, not
That
just,
that that they know what you play.
I mean the crowd when they recognize the music.
Ah, yeah,
Yeah, it's okay.
yeah,
they should
yeah. It's cool.
recognize it, you know, and not just feel alienated. That's why I try, you know, when I was younger, they told me my mentor back in the days is like every set bring one, two new tracks. Don't bring
Hmm.
more than two new tracks. First, you don't know them, you don't know how to behave with them.
Hmm.
Second of all, the people that already knows you because it's like you play no in the same places, you know, they come for a certain thing. When you're younger, you play in the same clubs, they come for a certain thing, they expect a certain thing, you know.
Hmm.
And it's the confidence also that you have from playing music that you know,
Yeah,
you know, instead of
totally.
being an Instagram person, you know, and just like standing there, you know, with no bad mouthing anybody that does it, but it's just doesn't fit what I feel, what I believe, you know?
Yeah, totally. Yeah,
That's
these new ways of clubbing are completely different and strange compared to what I grew up with.
yeah, but it's okay, we're still here, by the way. A lot of people come and go, we stay. That's what I say, everybody. A lot of people will come, a lot of people will go.
Yeah,
I'm more interested about being the one that stays.
exactly.
That's all. Let's hear this one. Guys, put a limiter on the master when you send the demos. It's easier to listen. I like that this I like this guy. His name is Noah. He's coming here. Such a good vibes.
Yeah, cool. It's very chilled.
So I don't know, if I compare it to food, it's just something that feels good to eat, like a creme
Yeah, it's
brulee.
soothing.
Yeah, something with dairy that makes you feel good, but not so sweet also.
No, no, no.
Like a s'more, like a marshmallow.
Yeah.
Vocals are nice. Something very Dutch. This pets, this chords, very kind of coming from this kind of old school Tiesto, club trance kind of days, you know. I love
Yeah.
it. For me, it's working.
Yeah, it's nice.
Wait, something is wrong.
Nice
Something
track.
is wrong. Sometimes it makes problem. Anyway, Noah, good stuff, man. I love it. Really, really good stuff.
Yeah, really nice.
I have nothing to say about it. What can I say? I have nothing to say about it. I would play it. Send it to me. I want to play it. And then, yeah, basically.
Share it with me once you
Yeah.
get it.
Yes, I will. Or if you have an email to give people, they will send you the stuff directly.
Cool.
If you have a special email for this. What's next? Which bell hurts? What
There
bell did
was
you hear?
there was a tit tit. I didn't
Nice.
really feel it, to be honest.
It was little. What's going on with this? This looks very alarming. What's going on with this?
What is this?
I don't know. I'm worried.
Don't be. Thousands.
Don't you feel sometimes that you want to play this kind of music and you can't? You know what I mean? You want to play this, but
Yeah, I
we
know
where
what you
it's
mean.
going. We know where it's going.
I think so.
I like it. Fuck it. sent this track? Who sent this track? Who is it? Show your face. From Argentina. Getting better, this and that. Change your name. What is this vocal? Can you not disappoint me with this? It's a huge track. This is a huge track, man. A huge track. I'm lost for words. No, not really. I'm not lost for words. Let's hear it. Let's continue to hear it. Wait now Rebo is back. Rebo needs to hear the drop. Wait. I hate when things that are so simple work. What's this vocal from, I wonder? Tell me this and that. From Buenos Aires.
Mary Lorenzo.
You know these people?
No.
You've ever seen this? Two kids. I like this picture. It's so ghetto.
Yeah.
What language is he speaking?
English? Something what she's got?
Spanglish.
Spanish.
It's like Spanglish. What is she saying there? It's way too long. Send me a version which is 4 minutes of it, and let's make a hit. I'll make a remix, and we'll make a hit. It's a big tune. What can I say? It's a big tune.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Enjoy. Why not enjoy also life? I don't need to be only Somebody said ghetto falafel. Let's see, what is this? Ghetto falafel.
Wow. I like a ghetto falafel.
Like less. You don't need 7 minutes of it. There's nothing going on, and the snares are. I would work on the snares also. They're a little bit outside of the mix. It needs to be a little less highs of the snares for me. Be more
That's
like
in your face.
Yeah, more mid kind of vibe. That's what I would do. What is this? Sounds like trap, acid, drum, falafel, house, industrial, music, Ableton, live, producer, production. Weird. So futuristic, it feels old.
I like it. It's spooky in a cool way.
Yeah. I'm waiting for the falafel part. you can say stuff about this, you're a professional. It's a very, no, it's like all over the place. I like it. It feels
Me, I
like
like it too.
the techno in 33. You remember that once there was this point that everybody was playing techno records in 33 instead of 45.
Ah, yeah, yeah.
So this is the kind of vibe, very kind of
Like,
909, very low.
mm,
But
I like it.
yeah,
As a personal taste, I guess he meant that the falafel was coming up with the pew. Me personally, I'm not a
I mean
fan of when you know when you get too like I don't know how to call it, like folk. No,
Middle
it's not
Eastern,
folky. Huh?
Middle Eastern,
Kind of, yeah. I
not
mean,
in a bad way. It
not
just
specifically Middle East, but
yeah,
when you get like
not all
too
Middle Eastern.
specific of an ethnicity or whatever,
Yeah,
sometimes it's a little bit too much for me personally. But I mean, the just the groove and the vibe and the stuff, I really like it actually.
was a good trip.
Yeah, definitely.
That's
I
what I
enjoyed
felt.
it.
Thanks for sending. I don't know what to say about it, but it was a good trip.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's hear another one, and then I want to ask you some stuff. דמאור, דמאור, מאור נחום, תל אביב. It tells you exactly the key. You know, this is like I call it record box music. You know, the key, the BPM. Do you mix with the? You mix
With
with
the
the
key?
key? Yeah.
No,
No.
I
You
mean,
know what I do? I do
Uh-huh.
like chord progression with keys now. Like if I imagine in my head if I was playing guitar, okay, from C I want to go to A minor, I want to go to F, you know, this kind of vibe. And not
I mean,
not like the mix itself, you know.
as I told you, I was never, I'm still not, and I was never a musician. I started DJing before producing and making music and understanding actually
Yeah.
music theory. So I always mix records by heart, you know, like by feeling.
Yeah.
It's more with the stomach than with the ears. So
I think
somehow I make it work.
I think I developed it from boredom, you know, from playing a lot. And you try
Yeah.
to I got to a point that I play chord progression and I play 4 CDJs at the same time, and it's like you know, and you're like not in a
Yeah.
bad way, you just play a lot.
No,
You just try to
definitely.
keep it interesting, and you learn new
course.
stuff. You learn new
Of
stuff about
course.
yourself.
Yeah,
we're
but
still on track. I'm
I
talking
had a
about,
long background of just playing records and just playing
yeah,
the records I had because there was less access to
yeah,
to so much music. So I just played by heart and by like just by trip, not really thinking about music theory.
yeah, just from what you feel.
Yeah,
Yeah, of course. I'm like, that's what I think also. But then technology came, you know, and it's like made it
you have to
easier.
embrace it. I mean, you can embrace it or not, and
Yeah.
some people like to do it more than others. Some people
Yeah.
adapt. I adapted myself in certain ways, of course, but certain things I just keep them my way.
Yeah, but that's also the issue. I feel the same thing with the producing. You know, there's the people build patterns in their head about doing stuff, you know, and then they don't break free of it. And I know a lot of DJs that DJ with key, which is great. You sound the same of everything, but you don't get out of the shell. You know, you don't break out of this kind of same vibe that you're producing.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
if
totally.
it sounds more or less the same, nobody cares. You know, they don't.
Yeah,
feel
totally.
It's about the change.
Of course, and also, I mean, with records, you could not really even think about the key because you're anyway moving the pitch, so it's out of key. Everything is out of key. So
yeah.
So this new mindset of having the perfect key all the time, I never had it. So
we're not there. You're not doctors. You're DJs. You don't need to be perfect. It's not a science. It's either you play good and people will dance, or you don't play good, people won't dance. It doesn't matter if it's the key, it's the BPM. I saw people dancing in 70 BPM. I saw these people dancing in 150. It doesn't matter. It's about feeling, you know?
Yeah, totally.
Okay, let's hear this. Wait. track in the sound, amazing sound,
Yeah,
amazing.
I just this moment before the break, I was
Yeah,
really into the drive and
and the panning, something
the
mood. I don't know what it was.
the
Yeah,
trancy feel. I like it.
super nice,
Uh,
super.
if I would have it in my hands, I would do an edit with without the break because you know me.
Yeah, Rebo doesn't like break.
Again, now I do like breaks, but a certain type of breaks,
Yeah,
and every now and then. But for as I was telling you, sometimes it feels like everybody thinks that every track needs a break. So when you only have tracks with breaks and you're DJing, sometimes it's difficult to not have, at some point you need to have this horizontal feeling in
yeah,
my style.
be the linear
Uh,
parts.
yeah, of course. So it's hard to get into a mental trance if you always have to stop at some point. So specifically, me, if I would play this track, which I would because of this super nice part that we were
Yeah,
talking about, I would just keep it going and going and going and going.
yeah. I wonder what the
Uh,
other track sounds like. Less, less of the style that I like. That one works because of the sound design, and like you said, if it was, I don't understand also the break motif of. I
yeah.
mean, it's also everybody put the best parts in the breaks for some reason. The best part of the tracks. I don't
Mm,
know. I don't understand why.
yeah, the aesthetics choice,
Yeah.
and of course,
No,
just
it's just kind of. I don't know. It became a point. Everybody wants that hand in. It's called. We call that hand in the air moment. It's kind
that
of.
that was about to. I was about to tell you
Yeah.
that when we just listened to some of the other tracks that they were so cool. I appreciate when people.
Yeah.
I mean, a good track doesn't have to mean a super hit track. I mean, I'm super comfortable doing tracks that I know that will not be a hit, you know. But you need this kind of music, which is extremely great. But it doesn't have to be, as you say, the hands of.
Yeah. We lost Rebel for a second. He'll be back. The wonders of internet, and he's back.
Sorry,
Yeah,
I don't
we
know what
lost you for a
happened.
second. No, it's all
I
right.
was dropped. But yeah, I mean, I'm not talking about any specific track, and I'm not saying this last we heard is wrong
Yeah,
or for any reason. I'm just saying in general, a lot of people think that a good the only way to make tracks is to try that all of them are crazy hits for the and every track has to be like a peak time track or a sunrise track or whatever. And
I mean, I understand why. I understand also why. Also when you make music, you're like, "Fuck, I want to have a hit. I want to have a hit. I know I want to have my moment in the sun. I want to be the one that everybody looks at. I
of
want the,
course,
in
but
their case, I want to be the guy that Solomon play this track and he play in Pacha and everybody put the phone up and because this
that's
is
the
how it's like now in this life.
that's the sad part of
How
all
did you
this,
feel?
like when people think that this is what's cool or this is what is needed, it's
Yeah,
sometimes I my my the best analogy I can get out of this is for example, you also as a food lover, you could understand this. For example, a great sandwich, for example,
mm,
is not only made about the best cheese and the best meat. You also need bread. You also need
yeah,
maybe a cool rucola or a cool slice of a great tomato. Of course, the
yeah. It's
great tomato
everything.
is not gonna be the hit of the bite, but you need it. So you also need these amazing tracks which are not made for people screaming or stuff. But
Yeah,
if you want to get to this point where the people scream, you need to get there's a way to get there. For example, also this is a great example of amateur DJing, like all these kids that want to start playing, and then of course they're excited and they have all their favorites and stuff, and then the DJ sets are made only by hits,
yeah.
and doesn't matter if they're opening, doesn't matter the context.
Yeah.
They only
No,
play
and they killed the
hit, hit,
dance
hit,
floor
hit, hit,
before
hit,
you
hit.
even came. Yeah.
There's no sense of it. I think that there's no context. There's no feeling. So uh, I do think that I mean I really appreciate the people that can drop stuff or produce stuff that that intend to be just good or great,
Yeah.
but not always they have to be like the stellar thing. And of course, when you produce a lot of things and stuff, of course you can have the full spectrum of things. You can, of course, it's great to make what you think it's a hit, and try to what you think it's your peak time track.
Yeah.
But in your spectrum of music, I think it's always nice to do the full spectrum of music. Like do in your style, do the different parts of what a set would be, or like what you think, like music you would play or something.
I
That's what
think
I
you
think.
can make. I want to go back to the sandwiches for a second. I think you can make good sandwiches also with not the best meat. That's the beauty of
Also,
understanding food.
yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah,
this is the beauty of understanding tracks and understanding
exactly,
music as a DJ. Sometimes you're like, I play music which is not the best, but I know how to take the best part of it.
exactly.
And that's what people don't understand. That yes, today 90% of the DJs, they just play a track and they put another track and they put another track. It's on sync, and they just change one bullshit after the other bullshit, called like that. And a lot of people like you and a lot of people that we're into, listening to them, they're just making everything work. It's
Hmm.
the whole kind of situation. It's
Of course,
the kick. Sometimes you take a cool kick from this, and you call this cool bass line. You drop a loop of this. It's about building this kind of story all the time, and that's
totally.
so it's about making. If we take it to our set, to our subject. So like you said, it's about just making the music.
Hmm.
Don't think about what's gonna happen with it. It doesn't matter. Just make the music that you feel the most comfortable with, and
Of
the
course.
music that you feel that will be the best. The best of you. That's the whole thing. And I think, and if I go to hit, what was, like when you think about Pachanga Boys, for example, and you think about Time, which was, which it's the start of an era and the end of an era at the same time. I feel like in the music, because
Yeah, it was
it's like
definitely a chapter.
it's like the summer of love and whatever, and you play it, this kind of year. What was it?
It was released in 2012.
12. And the
Yeah, I
summer,
mean
and
it was
not
January. I mean, the vinyl came out in like the last days of 2011, but digitally, and then it got recognized in 2012.
hmm And
Hmm.
then it's like,
And
the summer, you were like, fuck. It's not about, I think the first track that it's not everybody's playing it. It's like, I just want to hear it already. That's the difference between this and a lot of other tracks that it's like a hit and like everybody's playing it. And it's like, oh, can somebody put fucking time so we can enjoy this moment, whatever. And it's like 15 minutes. And it's like, who are, and you were like, we were like, before it was the beginning, before we met in Tel Aviv and this kind of stuff. And it's like, and the moment that got you to explode, I'm guessing, from the outside, what you see, you know,
yeah,
and it's like 15 minutes. It's like fucking 8, 9 minutes, and you're still waiting, but you know what's gonna happen, and we want it, and this is it. But I wonder when you did it in the studio. That's what's interesting to me. It's like, what was the? Did you ever say to
we
Axel, it's like, man, it's too long, or
no,
it's like, man, it's too much. But both of you are like this kind of laid back. You don't mind doing. He's doing 22 minutes tracks.
yeah, yeah, yeah. We both are like this. We don't take compromises. We don't rush things. We never thought this was gonna be a hit. To be honest, we did, but it happened that it pushed the right buttons on people that made them feel like this, and that's part of the magic of the track. But yeah, we had no idea this was gonna be the
Bad
result.
about creating all this Tuluminati sound. I mean,
The what?
all the Tuluminati sound that it's named now is this kind of like laid back, long
Yeah,
sound. No, I'm not saying you did it. I'm saying this is kind of, I see it as a kind of progression from 2012 till 2 years ago.
could be.
You
Yeah,
know,
but
it's kind
now
of
this the new Illuminati wave is more like these flutes and trying
no,
to
no,
be
no, no.
ethnic and trying to be spiritual.
Yeah, no, no.
I mean,
But
personally,
you had a really. That's the funny thing that I feel like you had a real spiritual journey, in the
mm,
music, and all the rest trying to create a spiritual journey. That's the difference. It's hard. You can't create a spiritual journey. It's something you go through. And
that's the thing.
no,
I mean, for example, some people would tell me. I mean, you know how I play, and you know kind of my
yeah,
style. Some people would tell me, "Wow, when you're playing, it's like you're if you're a shaman, and me, I
yeah,
don't play what everybody calls now shamanic music with all
yeah,
these oh and flutes and stuff,
yeah,
but they would mean the transy part, the
yeah.
mental state in which you get without having to use obvious sounds, that people say, oh, this is shamanic. This is
So
not
why
about
everybody?
that.
Yeah.
It's
I know why people now need to be explained everything.
Yeah, I know,
It's like,
totally. And
"Ooh, oh my god, this is so shamanic. I feel so
oh
good.
my
Let's go
god.
do yoga." No, it's boring.
Yeah, yeah.
Enough with
Yeah. To be honest, I agree. I always respect everybody's
yeah, it's not in
taste
a bad way
and
even. It's
style,
enough.
but this is a little bit. It has turned a little bit into a caricature
Yeah,
of the thing, Like, for example, Acid Pauli was one of the first, like, doing it in a very proper way and
yeah,
in a very creative way, and then so many copycats came after him.
yeah.
Just like, okay, I'm
Dude,
gonna grab a mantra and gonna put some beats on top
yeah.
of it, and that's it. And it's
And
like,
everything
oh
with the
my
same
god,
bass line to
oh my god, yeah. And this,
this kind of new
oh,
cumbia, new
yeah,
cumbia
no,
beat.
yeah, like a little bit empty, like so pretentious, trying so much, but at the end of the day, like super empty, I think, in my personal opinion.
By the way,
But
I have nothing bad about yoga. I do yoga every day almost. It's very good for your body, but I don't feel like
th-
I have to do a
there's a place and
spiritual.
a moment,
Yeah, it's not a spiritual journey for me. Namaste. I just do it because I enjoy it, and just
Of
like
course.
I feel myself in it. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't feel bad about. I feel we're lucky to be in this kind of time, which we had very good influences and there was very good music. But I feel bad that people don't care about us anymore, and not in a way of gigs or stuff like this. It's just like producers, they make music and they forget, and they
Yeah,
forget
and
to check out
it has
what
been very disposable
what's good music
lately.
now. What's good music? There's like nobody. It's very hard to connect to people.
Mm.
Let's hear this one. I'm sorry, we're ranting here. Let's hear this
No, it's okay. I mean, I think it's part of the.
yeah, there is good music. I'm not saying there isn't. I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah.
enough doing stuff that people think that you need to do. That's like even for there's producers. People in the chat here are producers mostly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Listen to music
Yeah,
that you like.
exactly. So,
This sounds good.
what's next on the table?
I don't know. Try to hear it. Wait, I forgot to put it on. All right. Rome. this is the guy that said that it's the trash that is that is sending. Nice, but
I like it.
yeah, I don't know what to think about it.
I like the mood of it. No. Also, I like the relaxed vibe. I like that it's not trying too hard. I like that it's horizontal.
Mhm.
The little break where the kick goes off. I like that the rhythm is still there. Yeah, it's in the right context. I think
Very
it's a cool track.
Very Ibiza, but good Ibiza.
Yeah, exactly. In a good way.
Balearic, a Mediterranean vibe. Very,
Yep.
very nice. Good Café del Mar, but classic style.
Yeah.
I want to hear this one. More than a friendship.
like the suspense.
Good stuff.
Right now, you may not want to feel anything. Maybe you never wanted to feel anything. And, maybe it's not to me you want to speak about these things, but, feel something you obviously did. You had a beautiful friendship. Maybe more than a friendship. And I envy you. We rip out so much of ourselves to be cured of things faster. That we go bankrupt by the age of 30.
Who sent this one?
And have less to offer. Each time we start with someone new. But to make yourself feel nothing. So as not to feel anything.
Very interesting vocals, for sure.
What a waste.
I feel like the percussions are not. The track is great. The break here, we're talking about breaks, but the break here was needed.
Yeah. This is another style of
another
what we were
genre,
talking about,
very
but I do like the track. I
Yeah.
like the general vibe. I think it's a cool track.
Yeah, very Detroit, but the hi-hats and the percussion is too clean. If you ask me, it's not. It's out of the mix, and that makes it a little bit too crispy for this kind of like super Detroit kind
Or
of
like
deep. Yeah, you need to imagine that it will go on like try to make a vinyl sound before it's vinyl. You know, this kind of like very cut all the frequencies in the top of it. That's what I would do. Wow.
good advice.
You want to hear some chill stuff? Let's hear some
Yeah,
chill.
I'm up for everything.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah. Kevin, your track was removed. You removed your own track. Come
Come on, Kevin.
on. What about your label?
Mine?
Yeah. guys going to
Uh,
release some new music soon?
yeah, recently there was this Brigitte Fontaine rework that Shaq from Paris just did, and it was just released a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I mean, in our label, we always have taken it extra easy. We never compromise nothing. So so yeah, we're never in a rush. And so yeah, that was the latest thing. Before that, we had some stuff, but it was like late last year and
Yeah.
early this year, like some other stuff. But yeah, right now we have taken it cool. We we started doing last year. We started working on some pachanga stuff, but we really like to work side by side on on the same table, and not sending files. So 2020. So we haven't really moved on that. But we, as usual, we don't have a rush and we don't have a deadline. That's basically the main reason why we have our own little label, to not have to deal with anybody. And
Yeah, that's interesting. I never thought about it.
yeah,
I
that's the
never
main
thought
reason
about
why
it.
we created it, and that's the main reason I was never really too much in trouble finding an output for my stuff, because we created this thing just to not ask permission to nobody, basically.
Yeah.
Uh, so yeah, and I'm a little bit thinking about doing a new, like a little bit. A little output of my own, where I want to
Yeah.
put some special stuff that I have gathered in the last years, and some cool music that I from other friends.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about doing like I don't want to even call it label, because
Imprinting.
yeah, like and I don't want to have schedules. I don't want to listen to demos. I just want to do the things. I mean, I don't want what I mean. I don't want to look for new music. I just
Yeah.
want to grab the cool things that are around me. That the things, the things that I run into, which is Uh, so
So
I just want to have something like this. I think this might be happening next year. I already have the ideas for the first releases. I just have to put them together,
yeah.
and yeah, it's basically releasing stuff from really close friends, which have sent me stuff in the last lately, and
Yeah.
basically that. It's still
It's
work in
good to have the
progress.
output to help. I don't know if it's, I don't know. I mean, I feel like I started the label to help a lot of people.
Mm. That's cool. That's
Yeah.
definitely a nice
I mean,
approach.
now I still help, but most of the people that I release on the label, I mean, I get to know them.
Yeah,
But now I'm like, if first you were invested in your friends, now you invest in the music, this kind of
mm.
vibe, which is cool also.
Yeah,
It's like a wild, wild west now outside. It's like out
yeah,
there. Like
totally.
everybody does whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah,
Nobody
totally.
cares about anything. There's
Mm-mm.
no you miss this kind of respect among thieves kind of vibe that we had, like in the older days.
Yeah,
It's kind of,
yeah,
today people send me stuff and they send it to 50 other people, and
exactly.
they already five people already signed it, and then I need to speak with the owners of the other labels to say, I'm sorry, I didn't know that you already signed it. This kind of
Uh,
thing. And
I thank God
back
we
then,
never went through that. But yeah, I know what you mean. That there's some people like so. I don't want to use the word desperate, but so on the mission of getting their music released that they don't even care which label they're sending it. They
yeah,
just send it to
hello
every
label.
label they know,
Yeah.
and
You're not like
that's
this.
not the way. You
No.
know,
Tell them
I
in 2, 3 pointers how to be as cool as Rebolledo. I'm not as cool as Rebolledo. I've never been as cool as Rebolledo. I'm like the least cool guy. I have to say, when I started to release music with Cosmo, I was like a puppy, whatever Cosmo, whatever you say, I will do. Just release me. I will never send to anybody any music. I promise. I don't care. I did. There was one track that I asked Cosmo, listen, can I send it to Eskimo? He heard it in one mix, and asked me what it was. And I said it's Fernandez, this kind of track that I had with the guitar, and I
Ah,
sent
cool.
it to you, and you didn't like it, and you think that it's cool, to do something like this. It's like, but why you need to do a school of cool? That's what you need to do. How to keep it cool. I guess the first thing is I would give the first tip, like you said, don't be desperate and don't want something too much,
That's the
because
thing.
yeah,
This is something I learned a little bit. I wasn't like this directly. Of course,
yeah,
in my early days of DJing, of course, I wanted to. Yeah, I want to play here. I want to play there, please. But then you realize everything is. I mean, everything happens at its time, and then
yeah,
uh, I also happen to I was lucky to get surrounded by very nice people which are also similar minded and very relaxed, like Matias Aguayo, like Michael, like Axel,
yeah.
which like super relaxed people, like so not trying hard, like and to be specific, working hard is very different from trying
Yes,
hard.
I
This
know.
is all super hardworking people, but they were never really like scratching the walls to get to get stuff. So I kind
Difficult to
of
be real. It's difficult
yeah.
today to be real, to
So
tell
this
a
is
person be real. Be real.
totally. So that was part of my formation, and for example, in the very early days when Matthias was releasing my first music in Comeme, and some people would ask me like, "Hey, I would like to release this or that in some labels, like smaller labels from from far away, like
Yeah,
again, I don't want to say small or random labels
yeah, it's
because
okay.
this doesn't exist, but yeah, just something and he was giving me like, yeah, of course you can do whatever you want with your music, but if I can give you a suggestion, try to belong somewhere,
Yeah, find
try
a
not to
family.
spread everything too much and try to follow some line. And yeah,
I will be honest,
I
and I will
went
say
that
I
way.
made a lot of mistakes with my artist in my label.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say no, but family is a family. That's what I always think.
Yeah.
Even if the father of the family is an idiot,
Yeah, true.
family is a family. I will always take care of my artist, no
Of
matter what.
course. Definitely.
No,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
no matter what, I will go from thick and thin, fire and water. I will do whatever for
Totally.
their success. But it's hard, and I can understand that there is a time that you're like, I don't need this shit. But you
Yeah.
be lucky. You got lucky at the beginning. I got lucky in the beginning. Some of
Mhm.
the artists that released with me, started to pick up with me, got lucky in the beginning.
Mhm.
And that's the main problem today. People are lost.
Yeah.
One of the reason that literally there is 60 people now listening,
Mhm.
because they feel that they don't know what to do. And the one thing that this kind of cool, it's come with, don't worry, work hard, make a lot of music.
Completely.
When I started, I keep saying it, when I started to send to Cosmo Music, I had like 70, 60 tracks. They weren't all good.
Of
There was
course.
5, 6 that was nice, and a lot of things that you need to work on. But I had a lot of work. I worked hard, before I even tried to do anything,
Of course.
which goes against what I'm doing here. But it's different times. I will give it,
Nah, totally.
it's a different time
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
But you can still find yourself in the middle of all this,
Yeah,
and find your cool. Somebody said something
definitely.
about your car in the studio, and talk about the Porsche, the best
That
machine
requires
in
a
Germany.
lots of years of coolness and working your ass off.
Yeah, that's for sure. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter if you
Uh,
buy a Porsche, you will never be like Rebel. I want to
yeah.
buy a Porsche. I told him I want to buy a Porsche. Exactly. I want to buy a nice Porsche. Not that I have now money, but that was the plan for this year, to have I want a 996. It's becoming a vintage in
Yeah.
my head. You know,
Yeah,
it's
yeah, it is.
years. It's becoming a vintage. It's weird. It's cool. It has a lot of problems, but it's still drivable. You know, it's not.
It's a great car.
Yeah, it's not something that you need to worry too much, like the
Yeah.
older models that you need to have a garage.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, it's like
My
I'm sure.
80, my 83 and my 74 are a pain in the ass. Like it's
Yeah,
so expensive just to maintain them.
so it's just like, okay, I have a car that I can drive and looks cool. I'm worried that I'm not gonna look cool. I'm not there yet. That's why I still don't have it. That's what people need to understand. You still didn't release on Impedance because you don't belong to Impedance yet. Honestly, I'm saying it honestly. Even I don't belong to Impedance. It will take me maybe another 10 years, and then
Yeah,
maybe I can release something on Impedance. I'm not there yet.
if if I would tell you like some crazy crazy big names that at some point asked like, "Hey, I would love to release on Hippie Dance," and
It doesn't work like this.
it didn't work.
I'm in the opposite situation. I like pushing out people. I've never tried to be cool in the label, but I did like to bring the cool people this. But I did try to bring a new kind of sound all the time, a new version of a new sound for me in my kind of perspective of stuff, you
Yeah,
know. But even myself, I released on Moshi Moshi, which is like an indie label. They picked me, like somebody said here.
amazing.
You know, somebody
Yeah,
they wanted me to release there. You know, it's the same kind of thing. That's how it works.
I would love to release on something indie. Actually, this year I did a remix for a band that it's called All We Are,
That
and
came on Domino.
exactly.
Yeah,
So
really
for
nice.
me, like, Domino, it was,
Yeah,
for me, was like a thing
yeah,
to
it's
have
really.
something related to Domino.
But you know the fucked up thing that they want to be dance, they want to be club. Everybody in that side, like Moshi Moshi, the guy Steven, the A&R, and the guy that owns it, he's like, "Why you want to put vocals on your tracks?" I'm like, "I want to make indie music." You know, it's more indie, not the indie that people think, the
Of
Beatport,
course,
the real indie. You know, but it's like, and I'm like, but not why. It's like, why you make very cool music. For them, it's different. This kind of music, you know,
of
it's a
course.
cool thing. Anyway, let's
Yeah.
end music before people will leave us. Whoa, 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 whoa. Ah, he said it was trash. Zaza. Hard. So hard for me to listen to this now. No, no, not even.
Just
Sorry. Yeah,
not my
yeah,
kind of sound,
yeah.
but I mean, it's his thing.
Somebody said it was trash. I didn't know.
No, no,
Somebody,
no, it was
probably
somebody
not
else.
him. Somebody said on himself. I don't remember. I'm sorry, Zaza. The sound is very good and it's very cool, progressive kind of track. I don't think me or Rebolledo are in any kind of situation to give you any points on this, you know. But it's cool, you know.
Yeah.
That's what I feel.
Hmm.
We're in a such deep conversation, and you know, thinking about all this, and it's like, bam, shut the fuck up. Here's some progressive. It's not that it's not my cup of tea. I could listen to this and I could play it also in a certain moment. I can find myself we're different, me and Rebo here, and that's the beauty of having guests.
Yeah.
Just maybe now, the moment now, it's hard. It's fun. I'm gonna skip through it a little bit because I already heard it a few times.
I like the graphic.
Yeah. Graphics are cool. It's so simple that all right. It's nice.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah. It's he changed a bit. It was already sent it the last session. I would say
Okay.
it sounds much better now. It has
Okay, so you knew it
yeah,
already.
there was
Cool.
a lot of acid lines with it, and this now it sounds
Yeah,
more,
I saw it on the comments, like, yeah, the
yeah.
acid
Now
version, blah, blah, blah.
it's more rounded and more
Mhm.
the point
Cool.
kind of vibe. Let's see what else we got here.
Improvements.
Couple more tracks. I want to hear something nice. This first of all. By the way, thanks for joining the show, and thanks for coming and
Yeah,
spending
thank you,
your
everybody.
mornings.
And
your
thank
mornings
you.
with us. I
Thank
know.
you, Moscow,
I feel like
for
it's
having me.
important. I don't know why. I feel like it's important.
Hmm.
I feel like that old man in the village that you come and sit. He's like on the bench, and you come and he's telling you stories. When you were a kid, and you're like, you just want to go out and smoke cigarettes and do drugs. And he's like, what? It was better in the past. It was good. It's like. This looks good, this duel.
Yeah,
I'm getting hungry. It's like dinner time.
just had breakfast.
I don't know if he needs. Wait, sorry. I don't know if he needs work. I need help with sound design. Sound sounds great.
But is that from him, or he's talking about the acid one? I don't know. I get confused with the names.
No, that's the person that we're listening now.
It's from this one. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, sound wise, I think it's okay.
Yeah. I find it hard. I don't know what people talking about in the vocals. It's really like I'm like, what is he saying there? Is he saying something about me? You know, is it something bad? You know. Okay, I'm worried. I'll tell you why I'm worried. It's funny, especially when it's like Arabic vocals. There is this vinyl. I think you know it. It's a good story. Wait. Give me a second. One second. Gotta find it.
He's mentioning here something about the vocal.
What is it saying?
It's from a Tunisian artist called Lotfi Bushnak. I don't know. I'm for sure I pronounced it wrong, but that was my interpretation. From Tunisia.
Green record. It's like super. Wait, maybe I have it in my my disco bullshit. It's super rare. When I had the best experience in Cologne one time, I went to this record shop. I can't remember the name, and there was like this kind of when I started the label. So I said I'm gonna buy a lot of Middle Eastern records, you know, and a lot of like this kind of stuff. I mean, what am I doing a Middle Eastern kind of label, and I don't have all the records that ever came out in this stupid mind. You know, I want to learn about stuff. So I went to this shop in Cologne. I forgot the name, but it's like a shop that you go all the way inside. It's a huge shop, ground level, but not like in the street. It's filled like a kind of atelier kind of vibe in the center.
It's not Groove Attack, no?
No, it's more like old school, but ateliers they have like a lot of gear in the entrance. When you go in, there's like a long corridor with a lot of gear. Anyway, I went there. There was like this kind of section. Let's see my collection. There's kind of a section and Max. This one. Cairo, I don't know if you know about this, but I put it on.
All right.
So there is like the cult, and now somebody reissued it, but the original it's cheaper now, of course. Anyway, there is this kind of call to running back did like a version of it. But the original has like a call to prayer.
All right.
That's a good part. Yeah. But the really cool track is this one, the Cairo one. No, wait. No. That was a cool track. I feel like they removed here the... Anyway,
I like it.
Yeah, it's great. In Islam, it's the call for prayer, the imam. You know, that's how they call for the mosques, for people to come to the mosque. So this is what happens all the time. So it's an interesting story that. Wow, sorry, my brain. I have a brain fart. What's the name of the two Romanian kids? The amazing sounds.
You're asking the wrong person.
Friends of ours. They released on Malkatuti. a
Romanian
lot.
Malkatuti.
Forgetness. Kija.
Ah, yeah.
Khadija, Kija. So then in Haifa, in the north of Israel, playing this track, and Haifa is like an Arabic city in Israel. And the guy
Okay.
said, somebody came to them and said, if you don't fucking stop this record, we're gonna kill you. This kind of vibe. It's
No.
it's a very sacred, it's a very sacred call to prayer, to put this kind of stuff. So since then, I'm like, what everybody's saying in the vocals, otherwise you never know who you're gonna fuck with,
Oh, yeah.
This is the vibe.
Sensitive times.
Yeah. Now less. Thank God for Corona. People care less about shit. You think, at least. You see it happen to another person.
Yeah.
This track made me very hungry. That's for sure. Somebody else said the photo made me hungry. Yeah, it's a little long, and it returns. If you feel like you're repeating on the same shit you say all the time, especially in the track, it means that you need to do something different. To have a little more, a little more interest in the track. What's
Dynamics.
This? Yep. The Mexican snares. Here they come. Was Phil Collins big in Mexico when you were growing up?
I'm pretty sure, yes.
Because everybody likes gated snares and gated toms. They love it in Mexico.
Fun.
You made this music, by the way. You created it. I mean, it's super. What's the name? Alan Parsons project.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah,
club. That's the vibe.
Kind of cinematic, brought to the dance floor a little bit.
John Carpenter.
Neon lights and cars.
Yeah, super carpentry.
Yeah. Like a pop approach.
Just a little too long for a pop.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the break looks extremely long for my.
Feeling it. What is he saying?
By chance. Yeah, by chance. Yeah. I like these parts.
Yeah,
I would love a top version.
yeah,
I don't know. One of my
instrumental. Yeah,
exactly one of my other picky things. It's really few tracks with vocals that I
yeah.
get into, and I think this is a
Could you
cool.
imagine this track in Mexican radio? Kind of a short version with vocals. You
Uh,
imagine
oh,
this will be a style in the radio?
yeah, definitely. I could totally listen. I mean, I could totally picture this track being played on
Y-
Mexican radio, as you say. And yeah, I think it's cool. And here in Mexico, there's a lot of people who like actually this style, like electro-ish with some girl vocals or vocals in general, and
Yeah.
like a little bit influenced by synth pop and stuff. I uh, I think
Make it
it's
shorter. It's too long.
yeah,
You
like
know, for what it is, for this is a poppy version of it. Make it shorter. If you want to make it a clubby that somebody like Rebo will play, make it longer. Less bullshit on. Keep the
I would,
vibe. Keep the vibe, and that's it. Somebody said I met this one. Somebody sent the track he made 20 years ago with PlayStation 1. I gotta hear it
this
anyway.
I'm
But first,
interested. This
yeah,
I'm interested. That's
yeah,
really my kind of
let's
thing.
give
I
it.
think.
Let's
How do
give
you
it.
make music with a PlayStation? I
I
would.
remember this. Let's see this. I remember this PlayStation option. Let's see for a
Wow,
second.
this I would have loved.
Yeah. Wait, I gotta do fucking producing my own show. If anybody wants to be a producer on the show, uh, I'm good. I'm good with producing my own show.
Ta, 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 ra, ta.
Oh
Pa,
fuck!
pa, 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 ra, pa.
Hear this shit. Ivan Lino. Mi primera creación hecha en el 98 con una PSX y el
Wow.
Diego Music. Está sacada de la única copia que existe en una cassette, por eso no oye
Pues eso no
demasiado.
se escucha bien.
What does it mean, the last word? I didn't understand.
Uh,
What?
can you expand it because the letters are a little bit too
Wait,
little?
wait.
Yeah, but he's saying that he recorded it into a tape. That's
Yeah.
why the sound is not really great.
Okay. But what
But
is this? What is this word?
demasiado, it's like very. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
Okay. Demasiado. Okay.
it doesn't sound very good.
That's what I imagine.
To be honest,
Ivan, don't be nervous.
no, come on. I love the fact that it was done
Yeah.
20 years ago and with these techniques and stuff.
Oh. Look at this cool thing my girlfriend brought me from the Dead Sea.
Ah, wow, nice.
It's crystallized like this. It's salt.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. I like the sound.
I
by the
like
way. It sounds
I like it. I mean, I'm the one who should be embarrassed trying to give life lessons here with my super archaic sound and with my super primitive techniques of recording.
Hey, don't apologize, Fist.
This I like it, especially knowing the background of the track. Wow, I wish I knew you could do music with the PlayStation 20 years ago.
Psytrance.
I like it.
Was Psytrance ever big in Mexico?
Yeah, I mean it was never my thing, but yeah, there was definitely a scene. In Monterrey, they had huge raves, and
Wow. I can only imagine.
your countrymen were huge here. Infected Mushroom and these people.
I can only. Noise says in Hebrew he's gonna get the PlayStation 1 from his parents. I just imagine being in Monterrey, Psytrance, people are fucking getting shot in the street. I remember stories. Everybody told me stories of fucking people getting their heads hanged in the main street and shit like that. No?
That was a little bit later, and it was more in Juarez, but Monterrey had its dark days. But the Psytrance era in Monterrey was like 10 years before the
Yeah.
violence went crazy. Thank God now it's way better.
Now it's Europe. But the best city, one of the best cities, no?
Yeah. I like it, to be honest.
Yeah.
I like that it's about the rhythm and
Very very spiritual.
yeah.
Very from the stomach.
I find it sweaty, which is cool, you know, sweaty
Yeah.
in the best way.
Ivan, where are you from?
Madrid.
Yes, we know it's Spain. We've been there. Best track I heard today.
I really like it.
Yeah.
I really like it. It's honest, and this is something I really appreciate.
I wonder if something's coming.
I think not, and I think that's the beauty of it. This is my thing, you know, like very few elements, just like
Yeah, good. Good
until,
techno.
until
Good
the end of times. Yeah.
Wow.
No, thank you, Ivan. Actually.
Thank you. Well, it was very refreshing.
Yeah.
Let's go listen to Nivas. Nivas is a cool kid from Israel. He's not a kid
Cool.
anymore. I don't know why I call everybody kids. Why do I have a feeling? Why do I have a need to be old? I'm as old as you guys. I'm not.
I used to be the youngest in the room, and suddenly, in the last couple of years, I realized I was not that young. When some kids would come in a party and tell me like, "Hey, I grew up with your music," and I was like, "What?
Fuck you growing up. I'm your age. motherfucker.
I'm still growing, and you tell me
I
that
want
you
to-
grew up with
Hey,
my
you're older
music." It's
than
like,
me.
yeah, this is crazy.
Man, let's hear this. like to be hard on people that has good potential.
Mhm.
We gotta Neve, you gotta work on the vocals. It needs way more. The sound of the music is great, but the vocals are. You need way more processing on it. It's too clean, you know. It's like you have a good mic, I'm guessing now, and the sound is very. There's a lot of low ends and this kind of stuff, but I don't know. You need more reverbs and stuff like this. That's what I feel now. You have something to say now, Rebo, while we're listening?
I enjoyed the vibe of the track. I mean, I like that you can go so technical and stuff.
Yeah, I just
Maybe
hear
I'm a
it.
little bit more spread. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I have this kind of pop because I know where he comes from and I know what he wants to do, and I have this
Yeah.
kind of pop ear, and
Mm.
it doesn't fly.
This
When
I
you
don't
do
have.
if you do a vocal, if you have a vocal track, the vocal needs to sound great. There's
That's
nothing,
the thing.
or it's all super fucked up. There's no middle, you
Exactly.
know. Let's continue.
Makes it easier to see that it's okay for us to do. Beautiful is true to see whatever gonna be. Life is when you through picturing the scene.
Sorry. Okay. Very good stuff. Neve, we like what you do. You know that we like what you do. This, if you want to ask me what I feel, it's too long. A lot of repeating on the same stuff in a more. I look at it from an A&R point of view. You know, if I want to release it, 450
Yeah.
is enough for me. Work
Not
on
every
vocals, you got a
track
great tune.
works
Moving on.
works to be long. And
Make
not
a
ev-
remix,
yeah.
make a real. You know, next. Next track.
Woo, Thomas Sontag in the house.
Yes. Wow, people are sending so many good stuff. I don't know what to do. There is so much good stuff out there. This guy is weird. This guy is weird.
Who's weird? Thomas Sontag? Yes.
No, Thomas is great. This guy does weird stuff.
I like this vibe.
Yeah.
I would love to play it actually.
Say it again. Say it again.
If the person who did this could send it, would be great because I kind of really like it.
Yeah, it's very special. Let's see where it's going. Wait. Very nice stuff. Wait, I put it on big screen. Wait, now we can do it. Super nice.
Yeah, very
super
nice track. Really
I
cool.
wanted to hear Rina's track before we and fuck me.
Before you go for your durum.
Doom. No Doom today. No Doom. I love Rina. Finding his sound more and more and more. Yes. Uh, yeah. What a great track, Rena. Man, my
Cool.
camera. I look like all my work at my camera. The original camera is fucked up. Gotta find a way to make it better. To look better. It's doing all this work. How do I look now? I look okay? Look okay?
Always great.
Okay. What? All right. Not bad. Not bad. Good stuff, Rena. Good stuff. I'm saying, I gotta say, I find it hard to find things to say. I had a great time. You know what? I had a great time. It's fun to chat with you. I feel like I wish we had more time. I remember our first kind of intimate moment we were in Munich or something. We had breakfast.
I remember. Yeah, after Bob Beeman,
Yeah,
we had breakfast.
yeah, which was nice. And you know, I always want to be always good to be around people like you. What can I say? It's like
Thank you so much.
inspiring, even if you don't try and you don't this and you're not, you know, doing splits and somersaults. You're just you, and you're just cool, and
Thank you so much.
it's a pleasure. And I hope soon we can make more, and make food together, and not just Elad. I'm sure he's listening, and it's like I heard some rumors, and yeah, I hope soon. I hope we see you soon. Sorry
Yeah,
about
definitely looking forward to new adventures on this next year, which hopefully will be less strange than what 2020 has been. Thank you so much for everybody that joined and showed
yes.
us the
Thank
music.
you.
In general, I really enjoyed a lot. Yeah, good stuff. That
Good
was kind
stuff.
of it was nice to hear all these things, and
Yeah,
thanks again for inviting me. And
sure.
anytime.
I lost you, but
What?
I would say anytime you want to, you're more than welcome. And sorry for everybody that I didn't play the music. Sometimes I fuck up because I'm still an idiot. And don't get it. It's nothing personal. It's just with loading of the track. Sometimes I make mistakes. And but Tuesday I got a very special guest also, Benjamin Feulich from Permanent Vacation. He has
Say hi to him.
Yeah, I will, and he has a lot. He has a lot of knowledge in signing music. So this is everybody's
He's a
option to
pro.
come and show your best. Maybe I even sign a record on Permanent Vacation one day. Maybe we'll even like something of mine. Maybe I will play some demo. Um, but yeah, I love you, Rebel. Have a great day.
Love you, you too. Thank you so much, and thanks everybody. Have a great week.
See you soon. See you guys on Wednesday. Ciao.
Ciao, ciao.